Thank you very much. Woo! Takes a village. All right. So I was saying to Julie that I was, not really feeling any particular inspiration on one topic. And so at the time that we spoke last night, because I was saying, what do you think of that? She said, then do a Q&A and, just like do a Q&A. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get everybody to bring 3 questions to this questionnaire. And as I started thinking of my 3 questions, it led me to an inspired topic. So Julie, I didn't lose my marbles. That's why we're doing this topic. And this is a topic that, like, the title of it, No Excuses, implies negativity. So let me just say that this is not a finger wagging training. Okay. So I'm not here to finger wag at anybody. It's more to get it out in the open and to discuss it and become aware of it and talk about strategies. All right. So everything I'm going to say tonight, I've learned from somebody else. So these are and tried to apply them to my own business or my own life, really. And so some of it is from books that I've read, and some of it is just from trainings, like from Plexus ambassadors of many different ranks, not just Jules. And videos that I watch. As many of you guys know, I'm a huge video watcher. I learn really well that way, and I didn't discover that until Plexus. I didn't know that about myself. So that's been huge for me. So again, no finger wagging, but this no excuses training tonight, it comes from me sort of examining my practices as a leader and with my team, and realizing that we all have excuses. And I want to talk about where excuses come from and what they really mean, and ways that we can create courage to help us change our mind and get out of that excuse mindset and get rid of fear and worry. Okay? So I'm going to just start out with asking you guys, I want your participation on this a little bit tonight. So what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to, in the chat or just by speaking out, like if you're comfortable unmuting yourself, but if you'd like to be more discreet and you want to do it in the chat, you can. I want you to give me what you think are some pretty common excuses that you hear in network marketing, or maybe ones that you even have yourself. So excuses about the business, excuses that keep you from doing what you need to do.
I know.
Awesome.
I don't have time and I'm too busy.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to check that off. That's on there. Okay, too busy. Got it.
I don't have anybody else to reach out to.
Yep.
I've heard them all.
Too expensive.
What's that now?
Too expensive.
Yes. Keep going.
I have that people will say, well, I'm just not as social as you are. You're so comfortable to talk to people.
Awesome.
I'm not on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a salesperson.
No.
Are there any in the chat? I don't see any in the chat.
I've heard a few
The pyramid scheme.
complaints, I guess, about when I give them the information sheet or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they see that it's like 3,000% of your daily value, and it's like, well, that's not good for you. Like that's impossible. I've heard that a few times.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So product. Okay.
I don't know if this, I guess, could relate, but like articles, they send you articles that they found on the internet that's against Plexus, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
What excuses do you guys have in your business?
That's what I was
What
thinking.
excuses are you making?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Go ahead, Julie.
My big one is, I screwed up yesterday. I didn't get that and that and that done. So like now this doesn't make sense. So setting up my own barriers because I missed targets that I had for myself before, and letting that reset a poor pace to keep going forward. I don't know if I captured that, but that's what happens to me. I have this great plan. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then when I don't live up to that plan that I've set for myself, that disappointment in myself creates a new barrier. And
Mhm.
I'm not building a bridge and just getting over it and going on. I let that stop me up.
Perfect. Perfect.
I typically will procrastinate. I think that it's a common one, but it's like, okay, well, as soon as I do this, then I'm going to do that. And I know that some of that comes from fear, because it's easy to
Mhm.
do that, right? So I know that procrastination is big.
Mhm.
That's very good. Very good. Awesome.
I have a problem with allowing others to discourage me, even though like I'm so enthusiastic when I'm speaking to them, and then you get 2 or 3 people right in a row like, no, it's no good, it's this or that, and then it's like, oh,
Yep.
then I have a hard time continuing on, I guess.
Okay. Okay, good.
Sticking to a plan, like holding myself accountable.
Okay.
That's really sad because you can get sidetracked with day to day. And you want to do it, and then it's going to be a just go that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like it full half the day though, and you try to start on the next day.
Cool. Yeah.
I think my personal, it's already been mentioned, but for me, I found it was procrastination was one because of fear. I do agree with, I think it was Kelly that mentioned that. And I do feel that that's what it was, because I feel that I don't procrastinate as much. And also fear of failing, and even fear of succeeding, because sometimes when you know you're going to succeed or it's coming, you're thinking, oh my God, am I going to be able to handle this? And you start getting some fear into you. But I feel now that I'm past that now. And I feel that now I'm more organized also. I felt that it wasn't just fear that would make me procrastinate. It's also, being organized, organizing my time, because we're a very, very busy family. So I feel that those were all definitely aspects.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Does anybody have anything to add? Oh,
Kim Price has one,
yeah.
has a comment.
I get discouraged at the no's. Plus, it's hard when I'm a big introvert to put myself out there. Yeah, yeah. It's a pyramid scheme. I already eat healthy and exercise. Yeah, from potentials for sure. And Sarah says being my own critic as well as the pyramid scheme comment. Yes. So if we focus on the ones that are about the excuses we are making in our businesses or even in our personal lives, okay? Fear does breed excuses. And I know that I've heard the word fear a couple of times throughout already in this from you guys. And fear and worry. Let's say fear and worry, okay? We make excuses up front often to explain failure that hasn't even happened yet. We make excuses, I'm going to say that again, and it's crazy. Our minds are so powerful. We make excuses up front to explain failure that hasn't even happened yet. So basically, you're holding back your mindset and increasing your chances of failure, you, me, us, we, by making these excuses because they're more comfortable than the possible outcome that would be more outside our comfort zone, okay? So I'm going to just list off some of these, okay? People think it's expensive, so I don't dare ask them. They're saying no, so rejection. I don't have time. I don't have her or his connections. I don't know enough people. My town is too small. I don't want to turn my friends off. I'm trying, but I'm just not good at it like she is. I'm too busy. I can't fit it in. I'm just too busy. It's difficult. So now sorry, I meant to say something. So Psychology Today had a really great article on excuses, and there are the 5 top excuses that people make for just about anything, okay? So I'm going to go back here. It's difficult, which that's a kind of like a feeling, okay? What that really means is you feel you're not capable. I'm not capable, okay? The next one, I'm afraid to fail, which turns your mind into, I don't want to try, okay? The third one, this is going to take a lot of effort and prep, and your mind is going to tell you it's not worth it. Okay. Or setting a start time or posting for us and starting your business and putting yourself out there makes me nervous. And your mind's going to say, well, you get to it when you're ready, when you have a story, when it's your time. Okay. Those are some really common excuses. And I'm sure that you guys can relate to those. Another one that is huge, if you have any size team, even if you have one person, you might have 300 people, you might have one person, is my team isn't doing anything. I'm going to say that one again. My team isn't doing anything. Your team is a reflection of you. So if you want your team to do these things and you want your team to run and you want your team to be inspired and you want your team to be successful, then you have to model that. Do you have a team page? Are you on your team page actively? Are you providing value to your downline? Are you supporting them? Are you nurturing them? Because let's face it, when we have a team, when we have even one person, when they come into this business, most of us are not network marketers already. Some of you are, like I know Mel, you've had some experience before Plexus. I certainly didn't. My network marketing was like, come join the band at school. That was my network marketing. And I'm like, laugh, but like, it's true. That was my experience. So, and I wasn't really good at that every year. So, we come, many of us, to this with a fear of failure before we even start. And that's why people are so anxious to get started, they're anxious to start, pardon me. And they have these automatic objections or automatic excuses, which are, Mason, which are, I'm not a salesperson. I'm an introvert. I just can't put myself out there like she does. So I can't do this. How many times have you heard a Jules say that they're introverted, that they're timid, but when it comes to their network marketing business, they use their personality to draw people to them, to form relationships, and so on. So I think that's also, it is an excuse, okay? So the word procrastination is a really strong word. And I think that the fear promotes the procrastination. And I think you guys touched on that earlier. And that can be a really big snowball effect. So Julie, you mentioned, I didn't do this, and this yesterday, so what's the point, right? How many of you guys, just with a show of hands, how many of you have dropped the ball on prospecting for a while, and then when you started prospecting again, when you started sending up follow-up messages or prospecting new people, you just suddenly got this surge of energy from it and you felt really good about doing it? Raise your hand if that has happened to you. Okay, so I'm bringing that up because it's happened to me before. Okay, and to me, I try to capture that feeling, and this is about a year ago when this happened to me. Okay, it was this time of year, and I was really feeling that way. Stacy, I see your hands up. Is there something you wanted to say? Stacy McClellan?
Sorry, no.
Oh.
I was raising my hand. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you. So yeah, about a year ago, I got really scared. And there were some changes happening to my team, and it was around the time of Leaders Retreat. And some of you guys know this story because we've chatted about it before. And it became easier for me to procrastinate. And I was like, what is wrong with me? What am I doing? And then I realized that I had lost that feeling. And I was scared to fail. And I was scared I wasn't going to rank up. And I was scared I would rank up, like Mel said, and, all of the above. And so I didn't go on hiatus because I was still running my business. I was still working with my team, but my trainings became fewer. My belief in myself, period, was waning. And then all of a sudden I gave myself a huge kick in the pants. And how I did that was I just started watching videos again. I started really simple, and I just got unstuck. I got unstuck up here. And so I was an excuse maker at that time. And I really didn't think that that would happen to me, because I was like, no, I believe, like I'm there, I'm all there. And so that procrastination piece is very powerful. And I don't know, it's a whole other topic, but these excuses will feed into that, and suddenly you're procrastinating your business. And that's the bottom line. So these excuses are excuses that we can stamp out. And I'd love to talk to you next, and sort of the part 2 of this. So we talked about the excuses as part 1. Let's talk about how courage changes your mind. Now, I have talked about this book that I have been listening to, and I've actually listened to it so many times now. It's like my soundtrack of my life, really and truly. And I use it not just in my business. Excuse me. When people talk about personal development, and you'll notice that the longer someone has been in Plexus, the more they talk about how important personal development is. Okay. So the idea of developing you personally is going to help with that mindset piece. So gone are the excuses, or at least you have a method by which to stamp them out when they start to enter your mind. Because let's face it, it happens to all of us. Like in the run of a day, think about, my husband, Sean, he's driving to Halifax tonight. Okay. It's dark out, started thunder and lightning. Where's the first place my mind went? Oh, Sean's on the road. It's dark. It's yucky. COVID would pass. He's driving a big van with a harpsichord in the back. Who does that? But anyway, he is. And so I was thinking, oh gosh, Sean. And then I used the rule from this book. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that next, to turn my mind around. So let's talk about courage. How do you get the courage to direct your mind to solutions, instead of allowing your mind to take you down the path of worry and fear? Because there is a way for you to reach that fork in the road and decide, I'm not going with worry and fear. I'm going this way. So how do you do that? How does that work? You want to make your mind work for you. We mentioned at the beginning of this, your mind is extremely powerful. We are addicted to worry and fear, some of us more than others. And we give into it every day, all day, in many different ways. I'm not going to go that way because I might hit a red light. Like, that's a silly one, but we do it. Here's another one. I'm not going to stay till the end of that lecture that I really wanted to hear because I might not be able to watch my show. Another silly one, but it's still there every single day. Okay. Or bigger ones. You visualize your kid falling on the playground just for whatever reason, or you visualize your kid being in trouble for some reason, or a family member. We all do that. Who does that? Yeah. Are you ever in your car? Do you ever visualize something bad happening when you're in your car? Does that ever happen to anybody? Happens to me. That's probably because my car crashed into another car. But anyway, but we have to break that addiction to worry and fear. And the best way to do it, to end up worrying, is to allow your mind to go down a different path. So let's talk about that. If you talk to somebody who's an older person and you have the chance to ask them, and I would implore you to do this, what's one thing that you could change about your life if you really thought about it and you really, reflected and you really wanted to change something about your life? Most people say, I wish I hadn't spent so much time worrying about stuff that I couldn't control. Right? I know that I already feel that way. And I was told my students today, I'm middle-aged. I was like, I am middle-aged. But I wish I hadn't wasted so much time worrying. People say that the default setting in our mind goes to worry when you're not paying attention. So if you're mindful and you can catch yourself and redirect your thoughts, then that can be very powerful, and you can actually control that worry and make it go away. So this story I told you earlier about Sean driving to Halifax tonight, I used this 5-second rule that you've heard me talk about. The book is by Mel Robbins. She's a famous speaker. She's an anchor on CNN. She writes articles for different publications. She's been on reality TV before. She's had a career in acting. But she wrote this book called The 5-Second Rule. And essentially, the premise behind it, although it goes a little bit deeper than this, is that when you catch yourself in that moment of worry, you count backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like a rocket ship, and you change your mindset. You change what you're about to do. Think about the snooze button in the morning. How many of you guys succumb to the snooze button? Oh, come on. Snooze button. Okay. So I implore you tomorrow morning, don't hit the snooze button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in your head and jump out of bed. Use it for something as simple as that. Okay. And it's amazing. My kids are saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so they don't throw temper tantrums. So kids can do this. Okay. So where was I with this story? So Sean's driving to Halifax. Now, you know how we in network marketing, not just in Plexus, and all kinds of network marketing companies, we talk about, create a vision board, have positive affirmations, and tell those to yourself every day, like say them out loud, have them visible where you can see them. Those are the way that you change your mind. So you say you're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you envision why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. Why are you reaching out to that person? Why are you following up with that person? What is your goal in your business? And if you're feeling like, I don't know what my goal is, then get with your sponsor and talk about it, or get with your upline and talk about it. What is your goal? Why are you here? What do you want to accomplish? And if you can redirect your thought to that, then you're not going to worry. You're not going to worry as much, okay? You're going to be able to redirect to the good, and you're going to end that procrastination and end those excuses, and you're going to just jump in. So I didn't imagine my vision board when I was imagining Sean going to Halifax, okay? But in your business and in your excuses, you imagine what's on your vision board. If you don't have one, that's okay. Think about your goals. Think about your why. Think about, imagine yourself. If your goal is to get a Plexus Lexus, imagine yourself going to the dealership. Imagine yourself getting in the Plexus Lexus. What does it smell like? What does it look like on the inside? Does it have one of those screen things in it? Imagine and think about all of that. Visualize it. It's going to get you where you want to go. It's going to propel you to do the positive thing that you want, really deep down, you really want to do it. But you've been allowing fear and excuses to penetrate your mind instead. So when Sean was going to Halifax, and I was worried tonight that he's in Halifax and he's on the road and all this stuff, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I just saw him coming through the door. And that may sound hokey, but guys, it has changed how I'm thinking. And it's really, really helped me. I don't know about any of you guys, but this month has been a slower month for me personally in my business. And it would have been really easy for me to go, what's going on? Oh no, what am I going to do? Instead, I'm plugging away and I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1ing, and I'm still doing what I need to get done. So, and we all know that everything we do in our business right now comes to fruition 30, 60, 90, 120 days from now, not just today, not just tomorrow, not just the month of September, month beginning, month end, month middle, right? That's how we think in network marketing. But we need to think more globally and don't allow, I always draw this picture in my training of, pushing the boulder up the hill, it tips and then woo. We all like the woo, but you gotta keep doing it here too. And this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 could really help you. Now, maybe you think that's hokey and you don't want to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Create your own thing. Maybe it's a little poem or a song, or maybe it's just, hey, snap out of it. Maybe that's yours, okay? And then do the visual. That's really important, really important. It's been such a huge part of personal development for me. Again, I never knew a lot of things about myself until I started this journey. It's absolutely incredible. So I implore you to give it a try. So I want to say too that, we're all logical about this worrying piece. We know it doesn't help us. We know that it's not going to change anything if we worry. It's only going to be hard on you. It's not going to help Sean, and I'm sitting here worrying at the kitchen table, but, it's going to hurt me. Right? And not, not hurt me, but it's not going to be positive for me. It's not going to do me any good. And it robs you of enjoying your life and, guys, in our case, your business. Don't put yourself through that. Don't allow yourself to be robbed of your business opportunities because you're scared, because you're fearful, because you're worrying. Take those excuses and get rid of them. So what I would recommend that everybody do, and like I've been doing this, and this is why this is in my frontal lobe, and why, you know, I was compelled to speak on this topic tonight. Revisit your goals and your why so that you can turn to them when you need to redirect your thoughts. If you don't know what they are, then you need to really think about it, and you need to talk to your sponsor, talk to a friend, talk to your husband, talk to your wife, whatever, and and really figure that out. And I would leave you with one more thing. Maybe you've reached your goal and you're still not happy. Like maybe your goal was, I want to earn $200 a month. You've reached your $200 and you're not happy. You need to revisit your goal, because that wasn't your goal at all. Maybe, in fact, you're scared to say your goal out loud. Maybe you want to be diamond and you're scared to say that, right? So I would really, recommend that you get with your sponsor or with a friend and really hash that out and figure out what it is that you're going for. It'll help you clarify and create a path for yourself so that you can do that daily that needs to happen. And that's everything I have. Everything. So I'm going to open it up to the floor for any, time is it? Oh, 9 o'clock. Perfect. So I'm going to open it up to the floor for any, you're welcome, Sarah, for any comments or anything you want to add, something I might have missed. I just took a picture.
Hi, Tanya.
Hey.
I was just going to say that 5-second rule thing. I seen Krista posted a video. I think it might have been on Freedom Revolution about it, and it was the lady talking about it. And I actually reposted it publicly on my Facebook just because I found, to me, like when I watched that, all of a sudden I felt inspired again. And I was kind of like you were saying, where you're kind of, uninspired a little bit, trying to figure out your way again. And then I seen that, and all of a sudden I was like, that I needed that at that time, and it was really cool. And so if anybody hadn't seen it, I just thought I would mention it because it was great to watch her actually speaking about it.
Nice. When was this?
I think it was one day last week. I think I can't remember what day exactly. It was when Krista was in Maui. I know that because she had posted it, and then when I tried to repost it, I had to get permission from her because it was on her page or something. Anyway, and she approved it, of course, and so it posted publicly on my page, like my own Facebook. So it was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, Mel Robbins, if you want to follow her on Facebook, and she obviously melrobbins.com, her page is awesome.
Yeah.
Great graphics you can steal too, and stuff like that, but she's really awesome. And
the page that it came from, the page that it came from was called Goalcast, I think it was called.
Oh, okay, right.
That's where it had come from originally. There was a lot of stuff there that was kind of cool, but I enjoyed hers the best. I didn't watch all the videos, but there's just some kind of stuff about reaching your goals and different things and different people. So it was kind of neat.
Awesome. Thanks, Erica.
No problem.
And Tanya,
yeah,
I just wanted to actually mention, Erica, that how, watching you get your baby changed before bed is so inspiring. People just have no excuses to say that they're busy. Like, I'm watching you doing this, and thumbs up. That's pure dedication, and I love to see that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I try to, let's say, get there when I can, and because I'm in Ontario, so I'm an hour behind. So.
Oh, so am I.
Oh, are you? Oh, nice. So with that, I find sometimes it's hard to do it, and be just available without him. So I just do it with him.
Well, you made me proud of you. We've never met, but that's awesome.
Super. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Any other comments or questions? Cool. Awesome. Well, if you think of anything, feel free to message me. And if you have an extra $20 kicking around, then get that book. It's awesome. Yeah, Julie has something.
Just a minute. I'm gonna see if I can do it here, because for those of you that like digital,
Mhm.
I think I paid $5 for it.
Oh, nice.
One moment, please. Hold it. I'm just looking here because I can show you. Isn't that something? For the visuals. La la la. There it is. So if I can go to the library so I can show you.
I've got my share on public.
Yeah. I just have to get my Zoom up here. There's some other funny books here. Anyway. Don't look at some of my other books.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm having a hard time now. No, I can't even operate my computer now. Anyway, I got it on Kindle. I've got my Zoom all screwed up now. So anyway, I got it on Kindle for $5. So go with that, because I've got my computer all messed up now. Oh, there we go.
That's awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
Julie. I just use I use the Audible app because I can put it on my phone, and then when I go running, I can listen to the book. But
yeah,
excuse me. But yeah, that's great to have the digital download if you're a reader, like an online reader.
Well, because now it's on my computer and my phone and my iPad. Like, so there's no excuse not to read it. So it's everywhere.
Perfect. Perfect.
And where do you get that through? Is that like
Amazon.
Digital? Amazon. Okay.
I use Amazon. So what I got is I got the Kindle app on all my devices, including my computer. And then I download my books, Amazon.ca. I get the Kindle edition. But also I did this neat thing. For a month, I got unlimited, all the Kindles I could read for free for a month.
Wow.
And I got Sarah Robbins' book that way, actually. So.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Well, listen, thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thanks for your contributions. I really appreciate it. So have a good night, guys.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.